Yo, what is going on, you courageous carcoal? Today we're playing some games with the Ice Rider. Now, I said that I didn't think the Ice Rider would be very good at all and maybe unplayable basically, but it's actually been doing really well in tournaments, and I think that's just because not a whole ton of people have been playing the what's it called decks. Not a whole ton of people have been playing ADP or Luke Metal, and ADP hasn't been doing that well because ADP is struggling against the sheer amount of Path to the Peak that everyone's playing, and this deck actually plays 4 Path to the Peak itself. Now this build is Brian Setzler. I don't want to butcher the name too bad, so we're gonna leave it at that. So shout out to Brian. I actually played against Brian in the Chill TCG tournament the other day. This is what they were rocking. I just thought, well, a lot of people have been doing well with it, and what I thought was really cool about this list specifically is that they were rocking the Frostlass with the Frost over ability. And the reason you play this is because, I mean, when you attack with the Calyrex VMAX with the Max Lance, you do I mean, you can do up to 250 damage, but then you have to discard the energy. So if you discard both energy to take like a big knockout on something or something, you have no energy on this anymore. So to attack next turn, you have to use Melanie. So you can't use Boss, or maybe you don't want to use Birdkeeper or Marnie or whatever, but you have to use Melanie if you want to attack again. But with the addition of the Frostlass in here, you actually don't have to, because you can use Frostlass to get the energy attached to it, and then attach return, and all of a sudden you can Max Lance plus like Boss knockout to Dene to win the game or something. So that's why I wanted to rock this build specifically by Char. I just thought the Frostlass edition was super cool. So once again, shout out to Brian Setzler, it's their list. Played against them in the Chill TCG tournament. I thought it was super cool. Besides that, it is a Cincino build of Ice Rider, which I've been either seeing this build or the Inteleon build be like the most successful. Both are pretty cool, but we're trying out the Cincino build today just because there's a Frostlass in here. And then the rest of it, you got the 4 Melanie for the draw supporters alongside some Martins and Birdkeepers, a couple Boss, of course. Heavy on the path to the peak, like I mentioned. 8 water, a couple buckets, 1 air balloon, lots of Pokemon search, some level balls, comms, quick balls. We want to make sure we can set up those Cincinos, and then it is a scoop up net build deck, whatever you want to call it. So there's a couple things to abuse with scoop up net. Is the Frostlass for sure, and then you got the Zigzagoon, the Mewtwo, and we got a Marshadow in here, so we can bump some swells or bump some paths if we need to use our own Dedenne, which there's a Dedenne, and we got Mew to protect our bench as well. But of course, the main attacker, the Calyrex VMAX with a ride of the High King, 10 plus 30 for each of our opponent's bench Pokemon. So if we're not taking a one-hit KO, we can just ride to the High King, and then the Max Lance, 10 plus 120 for each energy we discarding up to 2 energy. So we cap out at 250 damage. So we can't do more than 250, but that one-hit KO is a decent amount of tag teams. And if we don't want to KO the tag teams, we can Goon Ping to make up for that. And then against VMAXs, we do have to 2-hit KO VMAXs. And then we got Path to the Peak in here to slow down like the Shadow Rider, hopefully anyway, slow them down. And then yeah, and that's it. That's the list. Like I said, I'm super hyped to try out the Frostlass. Let's see if we can get some value out of this card or not. I'm hoping we do. Let's get into some games. All right, getting into our first game here. We won the coin flip. I actually don't know if I want to go first. I'm gonna go first, but I just don't know if I want to go first a second, to be honest. Opening is alrighty. It's okay. I kind of feel like I have to Dedenne though, which I don't want to do, but I feel like it's probably correct to Dedenne change here. We definitely need an energy. I don't need an energy. We want an energy turn 1. Yeah, I feel like we're in a Dedenne change here. So let's just go ahead and do it. Get down some more Mencinos, and then probably get the bench another Calyrex. I think we're up against Eternatus here. So Path to the Peak would be great to have in play, but we could get the Snow Run, but I think second Calyrex V gonna be a little bit better overall. And then go ahead and Dedenne change, leave that bench space. Well, one more bench space to work with there. Ooh, not good hand. Pretty bad. Sheesh. Excuse me. Gonna go ahead and give up a Melanie here. I think I'm gonna get the Snow Run into play. Try and set up for an attack on the next turn. Yeah, no energy. That's what we were looking for, was the energy. But with Snow Run plus Frostlass, it's possible we can still attack next turn. So I think we're gonna go like that, and try and make that our out to attack. We'll have to get Marnie into like the VMAX, a water energy, and then Cincino away a water, get the Frostlass, get another water. It's possible. I think we do need a decent amount, to be honest. We do need a decent amount, but it is possible. There's a Wheezing from my opponent. I still think it's Eternatus, but I guess there could be Wheezing in there as well, right? So Wheezing Eternatus is probably what we're up against here. Should be fine. But yeah, that's the plan here, I guess, for our next turn. Get the We tried to do it through the Frostlass, I guess is going to be our game plan here. We could have tried to do it through the Melanie. If we had top decked energy, we could have quick balled away the energy, used Melanie. I think it's a little bit, I mean, it's not super likely we top deck energy. It is possible that we top deck energy. I think it's just not super likely. So, and hopefully we find, I mean, top deck Cincino would be a really nice top deck, to be honest. If we top deck a Cincino, that'd be great. I would love to see that. One thing that I think could definitely be played in this build that is not is Cheryl. Cheryl, I think, would be super sick in this build of Calyrex, specifically because you can combo it with the Frostmoth, and go like Cheryl, heal, and then go Frostmoth, attach energy through the Frostmoth, attach for turn, and then you're just kind of swinging on that turn. So that's something that I think would be a really cool addition to this build of Calyrex. So our opponent's setting up pretty well here. Eternatus, they got the Moltres out there. They're chilling. No swell yet, so can still take advantage of that by getting a Path to the Peak in play, and it is over to us. And we're gonna Marnie quick ball, and not very good. Don't want to lose any nets for no reason, so we're gonna go ahead and play the Marnie here. Try and find ourselves some water energy. No water energy. We found a Cincino. We didn't find a VMAX either. So currently, I mean, we're probably gonna get knocked out. That's not good. So let's go ahead and get rid of this Mincino. Draw some cards. Water energy. Found a bucket as well, but it's a little bit late here, to be honest. Some waters, attach to the bench, and pass. So not a great start for us here. Definitely have seen better starts. We're not in the worst spot ever, though. Definitely still playable at this point. Here comes the Dark City for my opponent. It's great to see them put out a stadium like this, because that means that's one less stadium they have to counter our Paths to the Peak later on, which are so good against Eternatus VMAX, limiting their bench, taking away their Crobats, their Moltres ability even. Does really a ton against the Eternatus VMAX. So definitely happy to see a stadium card be played by them this aggressively. Because they definitely, I mean, I guess maybe they wanted to. Maybe they had to, right? But it's still good for us. Even if my opponent had to do it, it's still good for us to see it. So. And here we do need, so we could go like Mewtwo, put Melanie on top, or even Marnie. I wouldn't hate putting Marnie on top, and then make do away in energy. Melanie or Marnie, one of the two. I guess it will depend on what our opponent is. We don't need to use Melanie this turn. It would just be kind of nice, but we don't need to. So Marnie would see us more cards and disrupt my opponent's hand currently. I'm kind of leaning towards Marnie here, unless they have boss KO on my Calyrex. I don't think they played a supporter yet. No, they played Sonya, actually. They did play a supporter. Yeah, I guess they're gonna take the knock on the action. So I'm leaning towards Marnie here, disrupt their hand a little bit as well. Their hand's not gonna be very big anymore as they use this quick ball. So maybe I'm leaning towards Melanie to get the extra energy in play, because I could still get Scuba Net, another Calyrex, and attach to the fresh Calyrex. That could be something we draw into. So yeah, we know they have a Crobat in hand as well. So if we just get a Stadium, then we kind of take away their Crobat draw. Marnie does see us more cards, though, so now I'm leaning back towards Marnie to be honest. Yeah, we're probably going to go with Marnie here. It'll reduce their hand size by 1, and it sees us +2 cards, so we probably want to see the extra cards. All right, Mewtwo. Throw ourselves a Marnie on top. Make do away a Water Energy, which we'll be able to utilize later through Melanie or the Frostlass. Draw 2. There's the Marnie, of course. Boom. Quick Ball. Second Cincino setup is sick. Attach here, and we definitely want to find a Scuba Net to get this Mewtwo out of play to make room for another Calyrex V as well. So that's like another thing on our list of things that we want to find. Ideally this turn. Ooh, got a pretty good draw here. Marshadow. We can't give up the, what do we give up here though? I could get rid of the Marshadow and then net combo with the Mewtwo. Okay, I think I like that. They're playing Dark City, which makes you think they don't play Swell. So I'm gonna go with that mindset here. Thought process here. Oh, we only can get the VMAX this turn. We can't get the V. I guess that's fine though. We come away this, but I'd rather make the bench space right now as well. So we're gonna Scuba Net that. Path to the Peak. They said to try one Pokemon. They'll probably just get rid of the Zigzagoon here. It's not really that big of a deal that they have to lose a bench Pokemon here, or get rid of a Crobat. It works fine as well. Get rid of our Mewtwo here. Grab ourselves a VMAX. Okay, so we're hitting here. What do we want to hit with is kind of the question though. I think I'm gonna go with 30 for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So 160. Ride of the High King makes sense to me. So we're gonna Ride of the High King here for 160. And the next turn we can do it with a Max Lance, discard both energy, get that knockout. But step the 2 KO this way around is better. We reduce their bench. They have no bench to work with. Yeah, looking okay for us. Especially if they hit our VMAX here, because next turn we can go to the Max Lance knockout. And they knock out this, and then we knock out them, and it's just looking pretty good, to be honest, overall. So I'm feeling pretty good about our situation right here. And we'll see what my opponent has, but this is why Path, yeah, they don't actually have a knockout here. They could get the knockout with the Moltres on the following turn, though, so we definitely need to get another V in play. We got to play around the potential for that to happen. So we want to really get a V in play here. Ooh. Got the reset stamp, so I'm going to give up the Marnie here with the potential to use Melanie this turn, because I don't want to Marnie my opponent, because they just kind of did nothing on their turn. Did not get the V. This is huge. Could still Melanie, though. Could Melanie to the active still. Draw 3. Okay, got the quick ball. We're chilling. Spazzing out a little bit there. I was like, oh no. But yeah, give this Bird Keeper. Grab ourselves the new fresh V. Play the Frostlass as well, and I think I'll put the energy on the V. I believe I can do that, right? Yeah, okay. Then even net it. I don't think I'll put it back down, though. I don't think I want the bench raise open for like a Mewtwo or something. So I think we'll just do that, and then Max Lance. We have to discard 2 here to get enough damage to get the knockout here, because 160 is only 320, so it's not quite enough. So we got to get that Max Lance, get the knockout. Looking good. Level Ball doesn't really do anything. Get thin out the deck. Another Path to the Peak is great to combo with Stamp, so I like that. The Path to the Peak pull there is pretty nice. Cincino, some more fodder for the Make Do, and we're actually in a really good spot here now. We're in a really good spot here to hopefully close this one out. Actually, maybe I did want to put the Frostlass back down, to be honest. Now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, I'm like, I wouldn't have hated Frostlass on the bench here, to be honest. So we're going to go ahead and play this Level Ball first. I'm going to thin out the Mew. Get that out of the deck. We have 2 energy and a bucket left that we're probably likely going to draw into something. And we're going to probably go after this Moltres here. Just take that out. Remove the only threat from play, just so we don't have to worry about it. Make do this Encino. We're going to go toss the Moltres. Bench the Snorunt. Attach to the active. And Max Lance. Discard 2. Knock out the Moltres. And we are set up in a ridiculously good spot. Really rough or really scary early game. Wasn't that bad, to be honest. But Path to the Peak. Marnie stuck. They're cooked. This is basically GG. I think we got the Frostlass plus attach plus attack. We can maybe even get Scoop Net plus Mewtwo cooking. We are in a really good spot right now. There's the stadium replacement. Okay, so they got the stadium replacement and they got access to their abilities once again. Here comes Crobat, but they don't have any way to maybe they could. But we still have plenty of Melanie left as well, so we could just also just draw into a Melanie. They don't really have any way to get a knockout this turn. They could use Severe Poison. That's not that good. They could just try and leave the Weezing in the active. That would be okay, I guess. Yeah, they don't really have any way to get a knockout here that I could. Could I have a VMAX? I think I could have VMAX last turn, and then I just didn't. So I should have done that, that's for sure. Yeah, they don't really have any way to get the knockout, I don't think. Unless I'm missing. No, I guess they could go second Moltres, E-Switch. Ooh, okay, that'd be scary. Second Moltres, E-Switch attach would be very scary. So I'm definitely a little bit scared of that. All right. Just a pass, so we should have really good odds of winning here. Bucket, this, Melanie, and a net left. How could I thin out the deck even more? I can go Calm Away, Goon, grab the VMAX, and then Level Ball to get the Goon back out of the deck. Okay, we really want to find... We have Air Balloon. Oh, wait, we just have Game. Oops. I forgot about the Air Balloon. Air Balloon attach, or retreat, now attach. And we had the Frost. Oh my gosh, we had so many ways to win there. I just was like, this, that, the other. Yeah, we had so many ways to win the game there. I just wasn't paying attention at all, I guess. Let's get that dub. Frost or Ice Rider. Frost Rider. Ice Rider. Well, it's got Frostlass. Maybe Frost Rider. All right, here we go again, getting into it. And we won the coin flip, so we would like to go. Let's go first again. Let's see how it goes. I mean, it felt pretty good. It felt okay last time. I don't want to say it was that good. This... It's not gonna be as good this game, I don't think. This hand, not great, not gonna lie. Up against the ADP, Path to the Peak's pretty good against ADP, so we have that going for us, I guess. Path and pass. We can Bird Keeper next turn to draw some cards. All right, so we're not like completely dead in the water, but it's obviously not good. Not completely dead in the water. Got the Bird Keeper for next turn. And then if we get like a Cincino, get some more draw power going there. But we're not gonna be able to attack this turn, which kind of stinks. But I guess we could hit with the Calyrex V for 40 with the Pierce, I believe is what the attack is called. Yeah, with the Pierce, I believe, is what it's called. So we could do 40 this turn potentially, and then that would set up the 2-hit KO for the 250 on the next turn. With some Goon Pings. We would need the Goon Pings as well, though. Definitely would need the Goon Pings. So, yeah, we're gonna go with that. There's the Water Energy. The turn 1 GX attack. No turn 1 GX attack, but still not bad from them. They got the 2 big charms in play as well. These things are beefy. Okay. Bird Keeper. 1, 2, 3. Not the Cincino. I'm gonna go ahead and play the bucket. Do water. Make do one of them. And then, yeah, if we can get that Pierce off. Pierce off. We can't get the Pierce off. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Yeah. we could energy assist, I guess. I mean, I guess I should. Do I have to attach? I have to attach. I don't really want to attach energy, but I guess we'll bump the swell at some point. So energy assist for 40. It's gonna have to be some kind of crazy comeback in this one for sure. Yeah, definitely gonna be gonna have to be some kind of crazy comeback here, because I think we're in pretty much a terrible spot. I can't. It doesn't get worse than this, I don't think. I think it's about as worse as it gets. And we would have needed, like, what, 2 Goon Pings. So if we got the energy onto the Calyrex here, that would have been good. If we got the energy onto the Calyrex here, that would have been good. Are they actually gonna? Why are they gonna Mawile me here? I didn't do anything last turn. I think I'm holding out on them. I'm gonna hold back my main attackers. I'm just gonna use energy assist this whole game. So Mawile coming down. Maybe they just want to use it before I do. I do have a pretty big hand, I guess, but nah. All right, let's try this again. There's a Calm. Do I want to Marnie my opponent? I'm probably just gonna go with a Melanie, to be honest. So let's Marnie away the Frostlass. Grab ourselves Calyrex. Melanie. Oh, I can't Melanie yet, so we can go like resetting whole. Melanie. We got the Path to the Peak. Make do away. What? What do I want to make do away here? I definitely need to get another Ice Rider out. Let's make do the Marnie. I think I have the reset stamp, so I'm feeling like the Marnie's the correct play to get rid of here. Okay, we got another Ice Rider. That's great. So we're just gonna hit this for 40 here with the Pierce. Gonna attach here. Going to because if we leave this in the active, they KO this and then want to KO this. So we have to attack with an Ice Rider here. I could even net the Cincino out of play, so that way they can't boss KO my Cincino, which I think is optimal here. And then we're going to go with the Pierce. Okay, so it still looks really bad, but I don't know. It doesn't feel that bad. We are weak to metal, if you guys didn't know. So it could get really bad. So they just have to basically set up 2 stations and we lose. But now they can't go boss KO Cincino, then we VMAX KO, and then they go KO that with a station and we lose. So we have like a little bit more time to play the game. Will it be enough? We're going to find out. It very well might not be enough, and we might just kind of lose the game. So they switch into the Zation, give themselves the option to attack with the Zation here, it looks like. Which, to be honest, I kind of want them to attack with the Brave Blade here. I mean, I guess they would still have the Ultimate Ray set up as a follow-up, but I kind of want them to use Brave Blade here. I would be down with them using Brave Blade, I think, overall here. I think that gives us the highest chance, especially if it involves the E-switch over, because this has got 250 HP, which is how much damage we do with the max land. So this is actually not that bad for us, and we're going to be able to reset stamp them low. The Path to the Peak is in play. If I was them, I would have settled for the Ultimate Ray. I think that sets them up really nice to just, like, lock this game up. But this kind of gives us an opening here. So shout out to my opponent, I guess, for giving us a little bit of a chance here, because that's definitely what we have gained now from the situation. Draw for turn. Start with the Melanie. Bucket. Get some more water out of the deck. Just thin it out of the deck. We want another Rider set up. So we're going to go like this. We're going to attach here. We're going to stamp low. Bench the Mincino. Bench the Mincino. Discard 2 energy. I want another Rider here. I think we have to quick ball away a Cincino. I could have quick balled away an energy, maybe. Ooh, we prized. Wow. We prized a couple Riders. So maybe we grab the Mincino instead, so we can draw extra cards potentially. But I didn't want to give the Cincino. We kind of need the energy to just attack, especially if we want to combo it with Boss. So yeah, Mincino it is then, because we kind of prized our third rider. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. All right, Max Lance, discard 2. Would like to have the option to go into it, because if they ultimate raid this one, well, yeah, if they ultimate raid this one, we could go like to the bench one, boss knockoutization. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard for them to pull off an ultimate raid here, so I don't know. All right, that's pretty good. That gets us this Encino, so we should be fine here overall. It's still scary. It's still scary, but I feel like we can definitely win it. Got the stamp, got the path. Feels very winnable at this point. So, yeah. I'm digging it. I think we've got some hope here. We could also just lose this turn. They could get like double metal saucer and attach and everything, and we could just lose as well. But if they don't get that, I think we have a chance to win for sure. Attach, metal saucer, or metal saucer attach has gone down so far. 2-card hand. We might need to find a boss here, because yeah, that thing could just become. We do need I think we need to prioritize trying to potentially find a boss here. So we're gonna grab second Cincino. There's 2 bosses in the deck. If we can find that boss, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Let's see if we can do it. Probably give up the calm here off this make do the calm. We can always run away to the bench as well. There's the boss though. Oh my gosh, holy smokes. We are drawing well. Get this mute and this out of the deck. We're gonna do another make do here. We got the boss. I can't believe it. Are we gonna make this comeback happen? That's what I said at the beginning of the video. Apparently, we can kind of just keep up with ADP sometimes. And Path to the Peak plus 1 to KOizations. I mean, not a bad combo for sure. Max Lance, discard both. Good Mization. No energy in play. Once again, besides that 1 water they have on the ADP. 2 metal saucers left, so they could set up position. They could knock us out, but they need a lot, and they did absolutely nothing last turn, so it's all on this top deck. Do they have a Dedenne in hand? Do they top deck a Swell or Marshadow? Do they top deck a Research? It is the Research top deck. Okay, and they had a Crobat in hand, so the peak was doing what it's supposed to do. Can they find themselves another Zacian? Reset Stamp's pretty good as well. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. We got the Quick Ball though, so now we can Quick Ball for the Melanie. Or Quick Ball for the Mewtwo to Melanie. They're setting up their Mawile. So Mawile's going to punch us, and we just need to find an energy. We don't have a ton of energy left, though. So this could be difficult to find, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. And we don't have Marshadow, so we can't Dead Change. So it's all going to come down to this Melanie for us. We're going to Quick Ball away the boss for Mewtwo. Mewtwo to put a Melanie on top. We could always run away for a turn as well. We could always just retreat with the Air Balloon if we can get the Air Balloon and pass. And be like, okay, I hope you don't have boss. And then they could have boss, but they might not. Top deck Bird Keeper. Oh, but Bird Keeper allows us to move. So I could go, well, I would use the Melanie first anyways, I guess. I guess we're always doing it like this, in this order. Mewtwo for that Melanie. Make do the Bird Keeper. Melanie to the Calyrex. 1, 2, 3. No energy yet. Quick Ball away the VMAX. Not going to need that anymore. Grab. Oh my gosh. So we have 2 energy and an Air Balloon, and that is it. And if we whiff, we lose. Feels so bad. Grab. I don't think it really matters too much what we grab. I'm going to grab Dene. I mean, what are the easier ones to get? I guess I'm going to grab Dene here. And then make do away the Dene. Do we get the energy? No, a whiff in the end. So close to making the comeback here. I don't think I could have played too much differently. Maybe I could have played... Did I forget to attach last turn? Maybe I could have attached last turn. No, I think I attached every single turn. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hit the good old concede button here as my opponent does barely wrap this one up. Such a close comeback. That research there in the end was pretty... I mean, we couldn't do anything about that, and we end up losing. But Ice Rider, I mean, we were just competing against Zacian right there. And handled the first game pretty easily as well. So definitely a deck to look out for. I thought it was going to be pretty bad in this format, maybe better next format, but it seems like it's pretty solid overall right now. So you guys should definitely check it out. And of course, the Frost Blast build is super cool. I could have tried to maybe get the Snow Run down on the previous turn is what I could have done. I don't know if I had any Pokemon search outs for it, but maybe that would have been the move. So that would be easier to get the energy and play on this turn. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow.